All righty. What is going on? Wednesday, January the 20th, 2021. What is up? HML, what's up, man? How you doing? Give it a second. We'll let everybody file in, taking your questions, comments, calls, of course. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let's see. I'll go ahead and open up the phone lines. You can see we got like the new graphics. I realize when I wear a white shirt, you can't really see it. So if you can't see it, there's a number. But yeah, we got the little graphics here. I figured I'd put like a cool overlay. About time I did this. I've been putting it off for a while. But I think the phone lines are actually open. So okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, phone lines are open. What's going on? 843-790-3377. Like I said, guys, you can see we got the new graphic here, so I don't have to keep repeating the phone number. You guys can see it on your screen now. Also, of course, we got all the icons. If you're not following, subscribed, whatever, be sure to check us out. But yeah, again, Wednesday, January the 20th. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Got a lot to get into. Obviously, we can talk Gamecocks, basketball, football, even baseball, whatever. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on right now. I think we've even got like a recruit was dropping an announcement at noon. Jaleel Skinner, I think. Let's see. See if he's dropped anything. No, not yet. Okay. But again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, of course, 843-790-3377. If you guys want to call in. Tyrell Campbell Sr., that was a tough one last night. Yeah, tough game. I talked about it a lot on the podcast. Obviously, I've got a ton of clips and stuff like that for today. But, you know, it just, I said it this morning, it just feels like deja vu. You know what I mean? It feels like we kind of get to this point every single basketball season. You know what I mean? We get to this point every single basketball season. So, I don't know. It's confusing. Listen, tip the cap to Missouri. They're a good team. I probably didn't give Missouri enough credit, but it's not even the fact you lost. It's the fact that you basically got ran out of the building. You know what I mean? Like the way you go down 10-0, the game was over before it even started. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. C-Mill95, welcome home, Shaq Wilson. Yeah, really good stuff. Mike Hall, what's going on? Todd Smith, live from Kansas. What's up, man? Phil, what's up? Appreciate you all tuning in. AJ Bauer says basketball is not a tournament team. But see, I think it has tournament talent. Like, I think it is a tournament team. Like, that's what it's. Do you think we just don't have good players? Because, like, I just simply don't believe that. You know what I mean? I simply don't believe that. Lance Player, what's up, man? Ryan Hobby, what's going on? Let's see. Cody Gaskin's top pass rusher for the 2021 class at UT is asking out of his letter of intent. Go get him Beamer. Yeah, for sure. Lance, doing well, man. Doing well. Just having a Wednesday. Working on a lot of new merch this morning. So I'm not 100% sure. I think that's going to drop by end of week. The ass-kicking chicken stuff. It's going to be an entire collection. So, yeah, AJ, we got the new screen. We got the new overlay. We got all the icons. We got the number right here. I'll probably be playing around with this and tweaking it a little bit here and there, but figured I'd just try to make it look a little more official. So, yeah, try to make it look a little more official. And instead of me having to repeat the number all the time, I figure I just put it right there. So, USC Insider can't rebound. And yeah, when you're missing Alonzo Frank and Jalen McCreary, and that's what's frustrating to me. And again, I talked about in the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 363. Be sure to check it out. But I talked about in the podcast is like it feels so, I don't know, like being critical. I'm sort of torn because I want to go ham on this team and be critical and pick them apart and dive into it and whatever. But on the other hand, I'm like, this season almost feels like a wash. Like it almost feels like a wash because of the COVID stuff, because Frank Martin's been out. Like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. You know what I mean? It's because I hate to use COVID as an excuse. I really do. I hate to use COVID as an excuse, but it's like a real thing. Like this team has really dealt with the coronavirus stuff worse than anybody else. Again, it's one game. I don't want to overreact, but like being realistic, like the schedule's not going to get any easier. You come back home, and again, I said that Missouri was a must. They're all must win at this point. I mean, you only have 12 SEC games left. They're all important. You basically, if you're gonna make a run at the tournament, if you are, you basically got to win them all. I mean, not every one of them, but I mean, you got to win most of them. So because you sit 3-4 right now, 1-2 in conference play. You got Auburn at home and Georgia at home, back-to-back home games. You got to find a way to win those. Bottom line. You got to find a way to win those. So, I don't know. You got to protect your home floor. Tom McClellan, so are we really glad Will Friend is not here now, considering what was apparently going on at Tennessee with the McDonald's bag of cash and all? Yeah, and I think we're definitely happy he's not here. Definitely. Carolina Rangers says, good luck, Ryan Helinski. Yeah, Ryan announcing his transfer destination going to Northwestern. Really interesting stuff. I'll be intrigued to see how he does in the Big Ten. But, yeah, obviously wish him best of luck. Wish him nothing but the best. Dakota Lee Center Fight says, this team will make the tournament this year as long as COVID doesn't hit again and we get fully healthy, and people need to stop with the fire Frank Martin BS. I'm definitely not, and I've got a clip for this later today, actually. I'm definitely not on the fire Frank Martin train. Like, I want to make that very, very clear. I'm not on the fire Frank Martin train. But I'll ask you guys, like, why are fans so sensitive over Frank Martin? That's my question. Why are fans so sensitive? Like, you can't even be critical of this guy without fans, like, going crazy about it. You know what I mean? Like, I just genuinely don't understand. Again, I'm not a fire Frank Martin guy. I think he's a really good coach. I don't know that South Carolina could do any better than Frank Martin. But I said this last year, and I'll say it again. At the end of the day, there has to be some sort of minimum expectation. And to me, that minimum expectation should be, okay, we expect to get to the NCAA tournament once every 3 years. Bottom line. And there's no reason, like, I don't understand. I don't understand why fans. Oh, Jaleel Skinner is playing in the Under Armour All-American game. That was his announcement. Whatever. I don't understand why fans feel like we don't deserve a winning basketball program. Like, I understand the challenges, and it's hard to win at Carolina. You're surrounded by these blue bloods and UNC and Duke and Kentucky. I get it, but, like, bro, Alabama's good at basketball. Like, they're not a basketball school. Alabama, Clemson. Look at Clemson. They're winning in basketball. They're ranked. Why can't we have a good basketball program, good basketball team? I just don't get it, man. And again, I like Frank, think he's a good coach, but it's almost like you have to say that, because if you say you don't like Frank, people freak out. You know what I mean? I like Frank. I think he has some cons. There's cons to Frank. He's an asshole. Bottom line, he's an asshole. He's tough to play for. Not everybody can play for the guy. And I think that's why you see his former players are so loyal, though, because if you're one of Frank's dudes, you're truly one of Frank's dudes. And if you're not, you transfer. Bottom line. But you build that bond and that relationship when you have that tough SOB riding you, and you can deal with that, and you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I don't know, man. If you don't make the COVID be damned, if you don't make the postseason this year with this roster, like, you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and say, like, what is the issue? What's the deal? So, it's year 9, though. It's not like it's year 4. It's year 9. It's year 9. It's year 9. So, again, I'm not saying fire Frank Martin. I'm not on the fire Frank Martin train, but, like, good Lord, like, it just gets so old. Don't y'all get tired of watching a basketball team that's just not good? I mean, it gets so old, dude. And maybe they'll find a way to rebound and win Saturday against Auburn and, get right the ship a bit, if you will. But I don't know, man. Again, I just don't understand. There's fans that are just so hypersensitive over Frank Martin. And I think I get it on some level that for a lot of fans, that 2017 Final Four run literally is the highlight of their USC fandom. Like, maybe that's the reasoning. I don't know. But, you know, to play devil's advocate, outside of a 2-week stretch in March of 2017, what has this program done in 9 years? I mean, really. And I think what it really is fans have such a nasty taste in their mouth from what Darren Horn did that they're scared to try to find a new head coach. I think that's really, it's almost like we were in such a, like, to put it in these terms, we were in a relationship with a girl and the relationship was so toxic and so bad that we're with this new girl. And it's not like we have the perfect relationship by any means, but we're like, man, this is so much better than the last thing we were in. I don't even want to take a chance and see what else is out there. I don't want to go back to being single again. Like, that's what it feels like. That's really what it feels like. Because as much as we all love Frank, bro, at any other school, he's fired by now. There's no question. He's fired. He's fired. No doubt. Any school that has expectations of winning, he's fired. And, I don't know. It's tough because, like I said, everybody goes back to, we're not a basketball school. We're doing pretty good what we got. There's nobody who would do better than with what we get. It's just such a defeatist mentality. Like, then why are we even watching the games? Like, why are we watching the games if that's the case? What's the point? What is the point? So, I don't know. Phil says Frank gets a pass this year, but next year it's tournament or he has to go. That would be 10 years with one tournament appearance. It's a shame not enough people care about this football school. But see, here's the thing, Phil, like exactly what you said. Oh, next year it's tournament or bust. How many years in a row have I said that? How many years in a row have we all said that? Next year you got to make the tournament. Oh, next year you got. It's like, dude, it feels like it's never going to end. It feels like it's never going to end. Every year is tournament or bust, it seems like. So, yeah, Austin Henson still riding the Final Four hype. Chuck Thompson, I hate to say it, but it's time for a change. Zane Surratt says, I like Frank's intensity, but I think some fans don't like it or the way he comes off towards players. And besides one appearance in tournament, he says this is the best team he's had, but they don't go nowhere. Again, a lot of basketball left. We'll see how it unfolds. I'm not trying to overreact, but it's just frustrating. It is. AJ Bowers, I wish Ryan would have stayed now that Bobo is gone, but I wish him nothing but the best and hope he goes above and beyond with Northwestern. Guys, if you keep seeing me fidgeting with my hat, by the way, this is a brand new cap. So I'm trying to break it in. Trying to break this hat in. Love this freaking hat. We got the patch even. Fire. Absolute fire. Tom McClellan, what makes no sense is we played so much better with Frank not there. Yeah, just I don't compute that at all. Jacob Rogers' talent is there, but they can't put it together. We should be in the tournament every year. Hunter Brown, I think the Final Four run was the only tournament appearance we have with Martin. That is correct. USC Insider, I give Frank 2 more years and see what happens. Dusty Rhodes, what sucks is we have the talent. David says, yeah, that game last night was sickening to watch, indeed. So, USC Insider, I like watching him at the game live. All you hear is an echo of his voice yelling. O'Brien Funderburk, Frank lost a whole recruiting class 1 year due to a BB gun issue. Again, man, I don't know. I mean, I think it is if South Carolina and its fan base and its program cared more about basketball, Frank Martin wouldn't be the head coach right now. I could be wrong. I don't know that. I don't think South Carolina will ever fire him. I don't know that we have the. I don't know. I don't know that we ever will. So, and I'm not sitting here saying a fire Frank Martin. I'm certainly not saying that, but just gets old, man. Just gets really old. Just gets really, really old. Justin Gant, how about we swap Don Staley and Frank for a year and see what program exceeds? I bet it would be Don's team. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, I like Frank a lot. I do. I like Frank. I think he's a good basketball coach, but there are some real issues. Like, he's not a perfect coach. There really aren't any perfect coaches. But, Deacon says a 14-point deficit felt like 40 last night. Can't make a free throw and got bodied in the paint. Yeah. And then you have A.J. Lawson, who has 5 points. Couisnard has 6 points. I mean, those guys went 2 of 12 from 3 combined. Just can't do it, man. Just cannot do it. Can't do it. So, hey, on the bright side, we're only 30 days away from opening day, by the way. I will be breaking down the relievers tomorrow for the position unit preview, continuing along with the preview series for baseball. Tomorrow's show will be talk Gamecocks relievers, the bullpen. Really excited for that. I'm excited about the Gamecocks bullpen and the pitching staff as a whole. Also, since you guys are here, I'll tell you a fantastic interview plan for tomorrow. I'm actually chatting with him later today. Former Gamecocks closer Tyler Johnson, flamethrower, joining the show. This dude throws the piss out of the ball. He's with the Chicago White Sox right now. I would assume this year probably going to make his MLB debut. Obviously, threw some great innings for South Carolina, was a great player for South Carolina, so really excited to chat with Tyler. And, yeah, should be a good time. So, you guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Just a quick reminder, podcast to drop this morning, episode 363. So, yeah, normal week this week, podcast, Daily Crow, all that good stuff. I will do a live pregame show Saturday before the noon tip against Auburn, 11 to 11:30. So if you guys want to tune into that. Lance Player says, I'd love to see this baseball team make it to Omaha. I mean, I would too, of course. We all would. I'm not putting those type of expectations on them, but I think it's very fair for fans to expect to host a regional. Because, again, it's unless you're one of those, unless you're like a top 5 team or a top 10 team, like it's hard to say, hey, this team should be in Omaha. Like Florida, they should be in Omaha. Vanderbilt, they should be in Omaha. For South Carolina, I think you still need to add some pieces. But again, you never know. That's why you play. I think South Carolina, the great thing about Gamecock baseball is we all know, though, like one of the reasons I love South Carolina baseball, because it is the one sport outside of women's basketball, but we're talking about the big 3. It is the one sport on campus that I come into every single season feeling like, you know what? We could win it all. I mean, honestly, we could win it all. We've done it before. This is Gamecock baseball. Once we get to the postseason, it's game on for us. That's where we thrive, is in the postseason. That's where we thrive. That's where Gamecock baseball, makes its money, is in the postseason. So, oh, here we go. Tyler Knowles trying to get things stirring here on a Wednesday. Here's Tyler Knowles' comment. Unpopular take, and that's okay. Finally, the Ryan Hilinski saga is over. Guy was the worst quarterback on the roster. Mechanics had a lot to be desired. If he was a regular guy, then he's a non-story. Sorry, not sorry. I wish him well and hope he plays at Northwestern. Bobo and Champ tried handing him the job, and he couldn't make it through a week at practice being consistent enough to start. Tyler, with the mic drop on a Wednesday, I'm sure there'll be a lot of opinions on that, my friend. No, listen, and there's no need to pile on the guy, but I will say, to your point, now that saga is over and he's finally gone, and I think that the book has been closed. There were a lot of issues on field and off field with Ryan Hilinski, and it's unfortunate because I know that the casual or the not casual, but I know that the fan does not want to hear that. But if I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. He got beat out for the job. Bottom line, it wasn't because Mike Bobo didn't like him. It wasn't that Will Muschamp didn't like him. He got beat out. He lost the job. I talked to Mark Ryan a few weeks ago about this, and he asked me about the relationship with Hilinski and Bobo. And dude, he got beat out for the job. I put the blame on Ryan, not the blame on Mike Bobo. So that's just what happened, man. It's just what happened, bottom line. Lance Player, yeah, I just want to see it again. It was an amazing time live back when we beat Kentucky in basketball and Alabama in football, and the baseball team won it all. Can we go back? Yeah, we really underestimated how awesome that 2010 to 2013 run was in all 3 of the big sports. We really did. We really did. I mean, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. So, but I think Gamecock baseball is on the way back. I like what Mark Kingston's doing. I'm still a Mark Kingston guy. Obviously, this is a big year for him, but the way I look at it is people are saying, oh man, if he doesn't make the postseason, he's going to be on the hot seat. It's like, bro, that's any coach that ever coaches at Carolina baseball. Like, The absolute minimum expectation for South Carolina baseball is to make the postseason. And if you didn't host a regional, you didn't have a good year. I mean, honestly, you flat out just did not have a good year. You had a terrible year at Carolina baseball. But you love that. You love that. The expectations are high. I love that. Bottom line, we love that. So, Adam Ritter, how many years do you give Frank? Again, I am not going to be the leader of the fire Frank Martin train. I think a lot of people expect me to because of what happened on the football field. And I like Frank. I think he's a good coach. All I'm saying is this. If you don't make the postseason this year, COVID be damned, this year, if you don't make the postseason, I'm not saying fire Frank Martin. What I am saying is take a step back and evaluate, and something's got to change. I would say this. If you come into next season and you miss the postseason again, I think it's time to part ways. Personally. So, I mean, and then, okay, Adam Ritter. Ritter, you know I love you, man. I appreciate you tuning in every day, commenting, all that good stuff. But my God, Ritter. He says, Mark Kingston is like Frank Martin, failed to make expectations. What are you talking about? His first year on the job, he made the Super Regionals. Second year, they had a bad year. No way around it. Your number one starter went down second, third weekend of the season. Injuries happened. No excuse, though. You had a bad year. And then last year, they didn't get to play the SEC season. So, what are you talking about? He's had one really, really, really good. I mean, they were a game away from Omaha his first season. Second season, that year sucked. No doubt. But I think last year that would have been a postseason team. No question in my mind. I think South Carolina baseball was just hitting its stride when the COVID stuff happened. It was unfortunate. It was a damn shame. It's a damn crying shame. Us as fans did not get to see Carmen Majinski navigate through SEC play. But the verdict on Mark Kingston, the jury's still out on Mark Kingston. To say he's a bad coach or that he's failed to meet expectations, I can't side with you on that. I really can't. Again, if they miss the postseason this year, by all means, Ritter, come comment and bitch and moan about Mark Kingston and say he should be fired. I will not blame you. I really won't. But I to this point, I still like Kingston a lot. I think, he's finally starting to get his recruiting classes in there. The newcomers in the class this year are the best he's had. I mean, I think baseball is in a fine spot, dude. I like Kingston. He's a baseball man, analytical guy, and time will tell. Like I said, the results will do the talking, because that's the beautiful thing about Carolina baseball. That's the beautiful thing about Carolina baseball. There's no gray area. You either win or you lose. You either win or you get fired. It's not like football. We're like, oh, no. You either win or you go home. So, H-Man 9-8. Feel bad for the men's basketball team. They're a good squad, but it seems like every other game is getting canceled, so consistency is basically impossible. Yeah, and trust me, it's a shame. It's a shame, man, because you feel like you have a really good crop of guys, and we're probably not going to get to see the fruits of that because of this crazy year. And that sucks. HML 31 Gaming, Frank is 50-50 to me. He is good and bad, but Kingston's a solid coach. I agree. And again, give it time. If they miss the postseason this year, by all means, you can bitch and moan and do whatever you want, but let it play out. I mean, y'all wanted to give Will Muschamp 7-8 years. Bro, what are you talking about? Year 4 of Kingston. Let's see what happens. Tyler Knoll says Kingston over Holbrook. And I would even say this. I understand Holbrook. Let me put it this way. I'm not saying that it wasn't the right decision, that there wasn't a change needed. But Chad Holbrook, that was an impossible job for him. And what I mean by that is this. We got spoiled. 2010, 11, 12, we got spoiled. Omaha 3 straight years, finals 3 straight years, 2 national titles. We got spoiled. Chad Holbrook, you look at Chad Holbrook's record at Carolina, it's not like we were terrible. I mean, it's not like we had just a bunch of terrible teams. Super regional teams a couple of times. Yeah, there were some bad seasons in there, but, But yeah, I like Kingston, man. I like Kingston. I do. I like Kingston. Cody Gaskins, fun take. What college football team would resemble this season's baseball team? Vanderbilt is like Alabama. What would South Carolina's team resemble? It's kind of tough to equate. Maybe like Florida? I don't know. Tom McClellan can't be the guy that follows the guy. Holbrook, Muschamp, even back to Bill Foster. Yeah, it's almost an impossible job. It's just damn near an impossible job. Again, guys, you see at the bottom, taking your call, text as well, 843-790-377. If you guys want to call in, feel free to do so. Also, be sure to check out the podcast drop this morning, episode 363. Got a lot of content on deck today. Also, I've spent this morning making merch. So got some really, really exciting merch coming later this week. Really, really exciting stuff. I've got baseball merch in the works as well. I'm going to drop all the baseball stuff all at once. Again, probably later this week. So H-Man 998, I was ready to run through a brick wall after hearing Luke Day's press intro. Yeah, I like Luke Day a lot. Chandler Bryant says, promote Bruce Shingler's HBC. Yeah, right. Now, like I said, I don't know, man. I like Frank, and again, I'm not fire Frank Martin. I'm not sitting here saying that, but it just gets old. It just gets old. You know, I know it's Austin. It's exhausting. So, Tyler Noel, yeah, Shaq Wilson coming home. Great stuff. Love it. Love to see it. I wonder when we'll get the offensive line coach. Like I said, knowing Shane Beamer, it'll probably come tonight at like 10 p.m. after I've recorded the podcast, and he'll make me look like an idiot. So that's probably what will happen. Justin Gant, well, I'm going to say this. You can't look at this year for any sport. COVID could take the whole team down and ruin the season. It won't take us losing 2 pitchers from COVID to ruin the season. The girls' basketball team has been very lucky so far not being taken out by COVID. I hope I didn't just jinx them. I mean, I hear you, Justin. I hear what you're saying. Dude, 4 coaches in the SEC got fired. So obviously that's not the approach. Like, remember June and July and even early August, and we were like, oh, this year's a wash. It's a pass. It doesn't matter if we go 2-8. Will Muschamp's coming back. Oh, what happened? I mean, obviously, what happened? Obviously, that didn't stick true. It's lip service. So, you know, I'm really hoping on the baseball side of things, we don't see the COVID bug really hit. Because like I know these guys had fall scrimmages and stuff, and did anybody get it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody got it, so I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the protocol is going to be, or I'm assuming it'll be the exact same as they're getting tested, just like football and basketball are. But dude, I don't know what basketball's issue is though. I hope the worst is behind us. I don't understand basketball's issue though. How do you have a month off and you still have guys getting it? I genuinely can't compute that. Jeff Cannon says, not a Frank Martin fan. Separation can't come fast enough for me. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like this. If South Carolina wanted to move a different direction and got rid of Frank Martin, I wouldn't be upset. It'd be a shame. I'd be like, well, damn, that sucks. But I wouldn't be upset. I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? It just simply is what it is. So. Phil Harris, minimum expectation should be postseason for all 3 major sports. We should accept nothing less and show the door to mediocre coaches. All 3 major sports have everything they need to succeed. And I'd agree with you. I agree. Because, again, once you start accepting less than that, you find yourself as like Vandy, Kentucky, like in football. You find yourself in a really bad position. You find yourself in a really, really tough position. So, there's no reason all three of the major sports shouldn't be going to postseasons. At least, like basketball, I'm not saying make the NCAA tournament every year. I'm not saying that. But like once every 3 years? And again, I love the people that are like, oh, we're just not a basketball school. It's so hard to win here. Bro, is Alabama a basketball school? Is Auburn a basketball school? Is Missouri a basketball? Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, there are plenty of schools that aren't basketball schools that win and go to the tournament. Like, I just genuinely can't. I don't understand that. And again, if that's the mentality, and if that's the mentality from Ray Tanner and Castlin and from the higher ups, that, hey, we're just not a basketball school. As long as we can put a good enough and entertaining enough product on the floor to sell tickets and keep fans engaged, we're not really a basketball school. We don't really care if we go to the postseason. It's like, then why am I watching games? Why are we even talking about it? Like, who cares? Who cares about basketball then? Travis Ford, O-line coach. I have no idea, my friend. I'm waiting just like you are. Justin Gant, I'm not saying it's a pass. I'm saying you can't expect to play for a title losing players every week to COVID. As long as the teams stay competitive, they won't fire coaches. The football team was just horrible. They weren't even competitive at all. That's why Muschamp was fired. I'm just saying, though. I'm just playing devil's advocate to your point that, you know, you can say it's a wash, but it's not. It still matters. I think it still matters. So I hear you, though. You got to take it into account. I understand. Again, like I said, I hate using the COVID thing as an excuse. But with this Gamecocks basketball team, it's a reality. It's not necessarily even an excuse. It's a reality of the situation. It just is. You know, but even with that being said, I mean, you got blasted last night. You were never in that game. Fell down 10-0. I mean, you were never in that ball game. H-Man 9, that was my biggest argument for firing Muschamp in 2019. The longer you accept mediocrity, the harder it becomes to get back to the top. Applies to all sports. Kind of a, I was going to say, kind of a lighter crowd today. Only 70 people tuned in. Where's everybody at? They watching the inauguration? Is that what, everybody's skipping out on the Daily Crow to watch the inauguration? Oh, God. So funny. Now, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Seriously. Thank you so much. Anybody who takes time out of their day to tune in, truly do appreciate it. Truly do appreciate it. The Daily Crow has become a major, major success. So thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Thomas Walker, how are we not a basketball school with national championships in basketball? And I'm assuming you're talking about women's basketball. Yeah, we're a women's basketball school, not men's, I think. I guess that's what people try to say. I don't know. Lance Player, not this guy. Yeah, no, I'm just messing. It's just funny. I thought I'd just poke a little fun. My Twitter timeline, that's like literally all it is. I'm like, my God, just stay off of Twitter. Chandler Bryant, Frank Martin's style of offense is getting older. What kills me is it was the offense that hurt you last night, but man, where was the defense? Letting Mizzou shoot 58%. I mean, again, tip the cap. They had a great night. Don't get me wrong. But my God, 58%. Good Lord. Tom McClellan, can we please get back to normal? If we don't have over 80,000 and will he be next fall, I'm going to be severely disappointed. I'd give anything to have a packed house. I really would. I'd give anything to have a packed house. Jeff Cannon, we don't have a problem winning in women's basketball. When Dawn started, we were not a women's basketball powerhouse. Coaching is the difference. I mean, I think that's the reason we win in women's basketball, honestly, is you just have Dawn. Dawn's the shit. I don't know what else. What other way to say it? So, Justin, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support. Kevin Butler, the football tank is where it's at. What are you talking about? The football tank. What is that? Are you talking like merch? What are you talking about? Justin Gant, so who do you think is the top 5 baseball teams this year? Florida, Vandy, definitely in the top 5. I would say Miami's up there. I would say Louisville's up there. I would say what are the rankings? not familiar with like probably, I don't know. Arkansas could be up there. Oh, UCLA, Texas Tech, of course. Ole Miss is up there. Yes, I mean your top 5, your D1 baseball top 25 is their top 5 is Florida, UCLA, Texas Tech, Vandy, and Louisville. And then of course South Carolina like getting an 18th. So Clemson not ranked. And you just love to see that. You just love to see Clemson not ranked. Thomas Walker, the score was actually closer than the actual game was. I'm surprised it wasn't 30. It felt like 50, honestly. Lance Player, what the hell is wrong with Seventh Woods? Cat Daddy should be a little better than he is. I have no idea. I have no clue. Again, I didn't have these crazy expectations. I did not have these crazy expectations, but Seventh Woods, oh, darn it. Dang it. That hoodie, so my bad. That hoodie is not supposed to be up there. Darn it. I guess maybe I teased you guys with that. That hoodie's not supposed to be up there. The ass-kicking chicken stuff is going to come later this week. I'm going to drop it all at once. I spent this morning putting merch together and stuff like that, so I did not mean to put that on the store. Did not mean to put that up there yet. So I'm going to make it into like a collection where it's easily trackable and easily like it's going to be all in one place. So, but yeah, I appreciate you saying something because like I said, we got T-shirts, long sleeve, pullovers, hoodies, hats, all of it for that ass-kicking chicken stuff. Appreciate it, man. I just bought this hat over the weekend, actually. Had to up my Braves game a little bit. You see we've got the patch on this side. Freaking fire. I love this hat. Yep. I'm a Braves guy. Believe it or not, I'm a Braves guy. I wear a lot of hats, but I'm a Braves guy. Like when I went and bought this hat, I bought this hat and I bought a Kansas City Royals hat. So, I mean, whatever. Let's see. Chuck Thompson, the reason we were winning in women's basketball is because we get 5-star players. I mean, yeah, we get the best players, bottom line. Cody Gaskins, what happened to Cal State Fullerton? I thought they used to be a top premier team. They did. I don't know what happened to them. If recruiting hit them or just I think they're still a good team. There's just a lot of other good ball clubs. Cal State Fullerton, UC Santa Barbara is 11th. I mean, I don't know, though. I don't know where Cal State Fullerton is. I don't know what the deal is with them. Chance Crocker, Dawn is the female Nick Saban for sure. Brian Welch, there was a hoodie that dropped in the store, the ass-kicking chicken hoodie that I accidentally put out. I've got all the merch made in the back end. I'm just kind of waiting to drop it. I'm going to drop it all at once. So, Chandler Bryant, Woods was a stud at Hammond, got to college and dropped. I don't know. Again, I've got a really, really good buddy of mine that is a UNC fan that told me, hey, like Seventh Woods isn't that great. And I'm not sitting here saying Seventh Woods sucks or anything. I'm obviously not saying that, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Seventh Woods. Lance Player says he's getting one of the ass-kicking chicken stuff, the merch. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, like I'm really excited about it. I think it looks so dope, honestly. Jayhawk, our scorers shot like shit, and we had KB and Mania guarding their 7-footer for way too long. Yeah, not having McCreary and Frank killed you. Absolutely killed you. So, Carolina Rangers, Kentucky, Kansas, Duke, UNC, and Michigan State are struggling in basketball. Yeah, it's definitely a weird year. It's definitely a weird year, no question. TSC 14, same thing with Wichita State, the dirt bags. Yeah. Dude, I don't know how you guys would feel about it. I would rock Wichita State baseball hat. I mean, I would rock the hell out of a Wichita State baseball hat. A flat bill, yeah. Or no, you're talking, the dirt bags, that's Long Beach State. That's Long Beach State, not Wichita State. That's Long Beach State. So, Long Beach State's the dirt bags. So, Will Erickson, baseball team's going to host a region. People knocking Kingston are still in that Muschamp anger. Need to let that go. Yeah, I think so too. That's a really good baseball team. I'm excited for it. Again, like I said, doing the position unit previews in the for the season preview series, whatever you want to call it. But I'll be talking relievers, bullpen tomorrow. Yeah, and then as we get closer to the season, of course, the week of, I will drop my season preview, predictions, all that stuff. I definitely think this is a regional host type ball club. I feel really good about this team. Thomas Walker Martin is looking more and more defeated, if you ask me. He doesn't look good, does he? He doesn't look good, like health-wise. A.J. Bowers, Ryan was the better quarterback than Colin Hill. I think Bobo and Chant just went with the guy who knew the playbook already instead of trusting someone he recruited, and that's a fact. Bro, it's over. He's gone. Like, who gives a damn? Bro, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. It is what it is. So, Travis Well, free throw struggles continue. Now we're lapsing in defense. Yeah, that's a bad combo. When you shoot as bad as we did last night and you don't play good defense, that's not a good combination. So, Elizabeth Ballard, Luke Day's presser was awesome. Love his attitude and what he's bringing to Carolina. I do too. Yeah, I like Luke Day a lot. I like Luke Day a lot for sure. A.J. Bowers, I mean, think about it, all because Hill knew it longer than Ryan instead of trusting him, and who knows, Ryan might have won more than 2 games and like someone else who was quarterback. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this, A.J. The reason Colin Hill started is because he knew the playbook, and Will Muschamp knew his ass was on the hot seat, and he needed to win as many games as possible. And so in a normal year where you're thinking about who we're going to with guy that's, going to be here the next 2-3 years, or the guy who knows the system, and they're going to go with the other guy. Like, they just are. But again, you guys can blame Bobo, you can blame Muschamp, and obviously, am I a huge fan of Will Muschamp? No, I'm not. But there has to be some accountability on Ryan Hilinski, bro. There just has to. Bro, he was 3rd on the depth chart. He wasn't 2nd, he was 3rd. Come on. The dude lost the job. The dude lost the job. Bottom line. I don't know, bro. Like, why do we keep debating this? Why do we keep doing it? What is it going to take? Is it going to take Ryan Hilinski going to Northwestern sucking for fans to believe that? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I hope he goes and balls out. But, God, it's just, I mean, dude, fans get so annoying with the Hilinski thing. Like, enough. He lost the job. He's gone. It's over. Close the book. And again, there are other reasons why he wasn't the starter, on field and off field, believe it or not. So, Chandler Bryant, you go and watch any high school sports. What I do with the Spurs Up show keeps me pretty damn busy. So normally I don't, but if I can, I will. But normally I don't. It just depends. It depends on what it is. Travis Rowell saw some nice highlights on Colton Gauthier. Throws a nice deep passes, a little bit of wheels too. And I will also say this about the Hilinski thing. Honestly, him transferring, that was the best decision because he doesn't fit the system we're going to run. So, I think it's a good decision. Again, it's unfortunate how it happened, but, Ryan Hilinski let a dude who had 3 ACL tears come take his job. It's hard for me to feel bad for the guy. Really, it is. It's hard for me to feel bad for the guy. And again, when a guy that played the position in college tells you that, hey, Colin Hill is a full letter grade better than Ryan Hilinski from what he saw in a scrimmage, that's a football guy talking. It's a football guy talking. Again, it's, the people that say he got screwed, like, I just, dude, I don't know, man. They're recruiting your replacement every single year. And it's your job to make sure that guy doesn't take your job. So, Justin Gant, drop Helinski, isn't here anymore. Worry about this team we have now and let the past be. Move forward and give Doty a chance to turn this program around. I agree with you. Yeah. No, I feel the same way. It's just funny. Like, fans want to continue to bring it up and bring it up and bring it up and bring it up and bring it up. And it's like, I mean, man, I get it. It's a shame, but all right. Let's get over it. You know what I mean? USC insider, yep, we need a running quarterback unless we have a big cornbread fat Obama that can block. I mean, even then, dude, it's just in this day and age of college football, you got to have an athletic quarterback, in my opinion. You just do. So you got to have an athletic QB. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments. If you do want to call in, by the way, 843-790-3377. You see the number on the screen. If you guys do want to call in, phone lines are open. So taking your questions and comments. Also, of course, if you have not done so, be sure to check out the podcast dropped this morning, episode 363. You can find that, of course, on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find it. So, and if you're watching this on, like, wherever you're watching this, whether you're watching on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever. So, and also, I will say this: if you're tuned in and you have not, and again, because I used to plug this on every single podcast, and I realized I was beating it into you guys' heads, so I don't do it anymore. But I will say this: you see this little iTunes icon, right? If you have not left a review, a 5-star review on iTunes, if you could do that, I would genuinely appreciate it. I would truly, truly appreciate it if you could go leave a 5-star review. It helps boost up the podcast, helps people that maybe haven't heard about the show, helps them find it. So, guys, again, if you can go leave a 5-star review to 5 out of your day, I would truly, truly, genuinely appreciate it. Elizabeth Ballard, nothing against Ryan, like you said. All we have is all we need. Definitely need that as a shirt design. So I actually have that on the store. It's kind of a simple text. All we got is all we need. It's a really simple text. I actually may remake it into like something nice. I kind of threw it together really quickly. I mean, it gets the point across. Don't get me wrong, but but this is here, I'll show you. This is the shirt. This is the shirt right here. So yeah, so I've got this shirt is made. I've got this shirt made. So it's available. tsus.store. It is available. So yeah, it is available if you guys want it. I need to get it for myself. Rodney Creel, how many fans are going to lose their minds if that transfer quarterback comes in and Doty is QB 2 or 3? Which transfer quarterback is my? Oh, you're talking about the guy from St. Francis. Hey, let the best guy play. I don't give a damn. I don't care who the quarterback is. Just play the best guy. So if he comes in and wins the job, he wins the job. Thomas Walker, how do you feel about Kansas City clinching after losing Mahomes in the third? Yeah, crazy. I hope Mahomes is healthy. You'd hate to see that title game without him in it. But yeah, Kansas City's nasty, man. Kansas City is nasty for sure. P. Thomas, all the yelling Frank doesn't translate to wins, period. I wouldn't be sad if Frank goes. There you go. That's what P. Thomas has to say. Rodney Creel. Let's see. Oh, y'all were going back and forth. Okay. Convo within the convo. Again, guys, we got 10 minutes left taking your questions, comments, calls as well. You see the sign, by the way, 0 days without a USC basketball incident. Chandler Bryant telling him to bring that 6'8" wide receiver with him. Yeah, I think that's the plan. They're both going to come. So, Rodney Creel, I agree, but you know how our fans are. Bentley was our savior, then Helinski, and now Doty. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the amount of busts we've had at the quarterback position. I mean, really, we've had some serious busts. So, I mean, going all the way back to Connor Mitch. I don't know what it is. We just haven't been able to haven't been able to find that guy. Does this week feel kind of weird to anybody else? Like, today not like I woke up and I was like, wait, it is Wednesday. I think it's because Monday was a travel day for me. So yesterday felt more like Monday than Monday did. I don't know. By the way, guys, if you're tuned in and you know anybody selling a season ticket to baseball, please let me know. Please let me know. I am trying to buy season tickets. Please let me know ASAP, which I'm kind of surprised that the complete schedule has not been released for Gamecocks baseball. I'm kind of surprised. Aaron Gibson, Frank's an old school coach in a new style game. Love his style, but the new age player isn't tough enough for his style. And I think you make a great point. I really do. I think you make a great point, to be honest. J-Rock Media, looking for the coach and quarterback to take over for Spurrier and Shaw. Yeah, we need, yeah, you said it best. You definitely said it. Chandler Bryan, it's all about getting a great quarterback and producing, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Crap. Also, I do want to plug my guy, Sean Daniel, with Insightful Interviews. The interview I did with him, guys, if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't seen that, again, if you just got some time to kill and you want to check it out, really cool conversation with him, talking just business, life, everything, kind of the story, how we got to the point we're at. Really, really good stuff. It was awesome. It was a blessing to get to sit down and chat with Sean, and I appreciate the opportunity with him, or from him, to share the journey, if you will. So, if you guys want to check that out, it's on YouTube. It's on everywhere you can find podcasts, Insightful Interviews. I've been sharing the crap out of it, obviously trying to help him and bring exposure to it. So, you guys be sure to check that out, no doubt. Lindsay Hagler, what was your favorite ride at Universal? I love the Mummy. I love Spider-Man. That Hagrid's motorbike ride was dope. That was a super dope ride. And I love the Hulk coaster. I'm a roller coaster guy. I love the Hulk. Jay Hawk, Dak back to quarterback with all the receiver transfers coming in? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. TSC 14, they interviewed Kingston on Teddy Hefner's show. Sounds like it should be out in the next week. Yeah, I would imagine so. I figured it'd be out any day now. Might have to try to get Kingston back on the show. You guys know I had him on 2 years ago. So, Jonathan Boatwright, is Chris watching any hockey this year? We talking club hockey? Is club hockey schedule out, by the way? And lacrosse. Like, what's the deal with that? Like, are they playing? I mean, what? I haven't seen anything. I've seen them selling some jerseys. I haven't seen a schedule dropped or anything like that. So, Elizabeth Ballard, does your family love Carolina as much as you do? My little brother Steven is a diehard. My dad likes it. My mom doesn't give a damn about sports, to be honest with you. She don't really care. So, I mean, probably not as much as I do, but my brother loves it for sure. And I've got two other brothers that one of them actually went to Clemson, so he's not a sports guy. He don't care either way. My youngest brother Matthew, he's kind of he's not like a diehard or anything. And then my sister actually went to Carolina and graduated, so she loves it too. But she's living her life. She's down in Baton Rouge, working for Exxon Mobil. So, but I mean, as much as I do, is that possible? I don't know. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, they're fans. Check cock. Yeah, I'm literally looking at South Carolina's hockey website. Yeah, I don't think they have anything scheduled. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Gamecock hockey. Ryan Hobby, I know everyone's a Doty fan, and I am too, but that quarterback from St. Francis is 6'5", 235. Those are Cam Newton type dimensions. If he can spin it and has the wheels, he's a lock at QB1 calling it now. Like I said, make the best player play. I don't give a damn who it is. So make the best player play. Carolina Rangers, I love the Mummy and Spider-Man ride. Yeah, those are sick. Those are great rides. Jonathan Boatwright, hashtag go Red Wings. So, like, I'm not a big hockey guy in the sense, like, I'm gonna watch NHL. I'm really not a hockey guy, but I mean, I had a really good time going to the club hockey games last year, but I'm not a hockey guy, to be totally honest with you. I mean, I don't dislike it. I've just never been into it. So, again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Tyler Knoll says hashtag go Caps. It seems that we got a lot of hockey fans in the chat right now. I know NHL is under swing or underway. Right? It's fully going or whatever. So. Jonathan Boatwright dropped $85 to watch my Red Wings this year on NHL TV. Attaboy. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Hey, if you're a diehard fan, that's definitely worth it. So I'm thinking I might have to get well, I guess I don't need MLB TV because the Braves come on local anyways. Doesn't really matter. I cannot wait for baseball. Like, I cannot wait for baseball. So absolutely cannot wait. Again, guys, got about a minute and a half left. Jonathan Boatwright, Chris, got to get to a Stingrays game in North Charleston. I'd love to. Yeah, I mean, dude, minor league hockey's fun. I've definitely gone to hockey games before. They're fun. I went to my first NHL game a couple of years ago in Buffalo. Went to the Sabres game. That was a good time, bro. That's fun. I mean, that was fun. Packed house, even when they're not that good. And dude, it was just intense. It was fun to watch. So I'd definitely go to another NHL game. So. Let's see. Austin Kane, I'm happy. I'm just finally happy I don't have to dread Saturdays once football comes back. Thank God. Elizabeth Ballard, I hope we have a game at the Joe here in Charleston against the Citadel. It's always a good game. That'd be dope. Yeah, for sure. So, Jonathan Boatwright has been to Detroit twice. I bet that's a really good time. Detroit's a hockey town. It's what isn't it known as hockey town? J-Rock Media, Chris, do you think they will try to change the Braves' name? I certainly hope not. I can't believe they're changing the Indians' name. What are they going to call them? What are they going to call them? I don't know. The great thing about baseball, though, is you can get so creative with these mascots, but I don't know, man. I got an Indians hat, too. That's like, I guess that's going to be like vintage now, the Indian stuff. But again, guys, going to go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to check out the podcast, episode 363. Check it out, 363. Dropped this morning talking about everything. Obviously, the basketball game last night. Beamer and the assistants, their comments. Wrote down the SEC baseball schedule, Ryan Linsky's transfer destination, all that good stuff. Great podcast today, of course. We'll be live on the Daily Crow, noon to 1 all week. Pre-game show Saturday before the game against Auburn, 11 to 11:30. Podcast is normal. You guys know the drill. Content all day today. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Check out the podcast. Check out the show. We'll talk again tomorrow, noon to 1. Thanks so much, guys.